When people talk about abortion in the South, they often focus on hardship, the laws, the barriers, the long journeys. And those realities are real, but they are not the whole story. Day four?
Day four.
Day four.
Day four.
We are in Chicago, about to go to Family Planning Associates, and
we're gonna go meet with CAF at their offices at
like
Family Planning. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's really cute. Sorry. Along this road, there are also moments of joy, moments of relief, moments of connection. Because even in the middle of a difficult journey, people always find ways to be human with each other, to laugh, to breathe, to keep going. It's 12 o'clock exactly at night. I traveled across state lines to document the trip that people are being forced to make to seek abortion care due to anti-abortion governments in the South. I'm also a college student, therefore that means I had to do the travel for care and then come home and do my homework. Hey, I got my first protester. This is so exciting. Day 3, leaving Carbondale. We got this for free. We don't know if it's free, but we took it.
We took it.
It's cutesy patootsy. The birds, bees, and everything they forgot to tell us in sex ed.
Which was quite a bit if you're from the South.
So many things. Southern communities have always known how to survive systems that were never designed to care for them. Through segregation, through economic inequality, through generations of policies that tried to limit autonomy. People built their own networks of support. Family, friends, neighbors, community organizations. These networks continue today, and they show up on the road to care.
We come in here, we do a lot of group counseling, which patients can opt out of if they're not comfortable with that, but I find that patients kind of love it. More people are okay with it than not okay with it. And the camaraderie that happens in this room among patients is just amazing. The conversations, I've had patients exchange phone numbers and they take their meso at the same time on the phone together. I've had patients who wait on each other to be done so they can kind of, check in. Almost, as I'll speak for myself, not everyone, but like as a woman, I'm used to like being with my pack. My family is very matriarchal. I've had a lot of really good like female friends in life, and that support system and doing things together is kind of part of that. And so, like I said, we ask everybody if they're comfortable with it. And very rarely do I have someone say they're not comfortable. And very rarely do we have like a group leave where they're not like smiling and chatting. And
this is probably the only room they'll ever be in where they know other people that have had abortions.
Yeah.
Unless they're like in the movement and you get to go to meetings and conferences where people say it out loud.
Right.
That's been a thing I've always, I've had abortions, I speak about my abortions, and I do it in really unconventional places. Like I'll meet new friends at a party and I'll be like, oh, and I've had abortions. And that is always like the moment when I end up locked in over drinks in a corner with somebody who's finally met someone else who's had an abortion. And instead of having to wait 10 years to be at that party with the random abortion girl that talks about her abortion, you get it right here.
And I think, whenever people ask like, where did we go wrong with Roe? I mean, Roe is fabulous, but it wasn't everything. And, we never normalized abortion. And so I think, in that sense, we have so much more work to do. And I actually had a patient recently say, oh my gosh, a group like that just helps normalize. I'm like, yes, you get it. Yes. So yeah, I think, sharing the space, doing it together. Our doctors are also female, and those who've had abortions will say it in here too. And it's just very, it's empowering, and it just feels, just feels good.
Yeah.
So
it just takes that one moment to transform an abortion experience for people. So I love that y'all are building in lots of opportunities for that moment.
Yeah.
In the South, resilience is cultural. It is passed down through generations, through storytelling, through music, through the quiet understanding that survival is a collective act. The same spirit that sustained communities through other struggles is sustaining us now.
Yeah. And so I think that's hopeful. And I think there's, true testament to the fact that even if you can't win legislatively, Yellow Hammer Fund, we just won a lawsuit against one of the most conservative AGs in the country. Yes, there is always a potential for the people that are on the ground doing the work to win. And so I love lifting up those stories. And there's so many videos of me crying on YHF files. But, just getting to hear a story of someone, that I've always known and admired very well, and seeing how they just go from somebody who had an abortion and were given an opportunity to explore how to share that story to actually using those experiences to protect abortion for literally every single person in this damn country, basically. It's really impactful and beautiful. And again, shout out to the leadership of people that have had abortions. I think it is 100%. Crucial. I think we should run everything, honestly. So.
For too long, abortion seekers have been portrayed in narrow ways, as statistics, as political talking points, as people defined only by struggle. But the truth is much bigger. Abortion seekers are parents, students, workers, artists, dreamers. They are people making thoughtful decisions about their futures and their lives.
And then over here I was noticing you have a box of free scarves. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so there are some local churches that are really amazing in this community, and they love supporting us and supporting the work that we do. And so they have a local crochet and knitting circle, and so this box, when it originally came in, was overflowing with scarves, and now we are almost empty, but there's beautiful homemade scarves that people get to choose from and take home. And so they also bring different snacks. They build together care packages and bags that we give out to people when they leave, and I don't know, it's really amazing.
The road to care shows us that every mile traveled is an act of resistance. Every ride coordinated, every patient supported, every story shared. These acts push back against systems designed to isolate people. And they remind us that the fight for reproductive justice has always been about more than policy. It is about dignity. It's about autonomy. And it's about protecting the humanity of the people most impacted.
So I just wanted to take a moment when I'm raw and ragged at the end of this epic journey to really name the admiration and just how in awe I am of each and every one of y'all who has made this journey. I did it with a coworker I love, who I consider a friend. I did it over 5 days. I did it getting to choose where I stay and having autonomy. Getting to rent a car that was reliable and had the type of traction I needed in case it snowed. And y'all are doing it just with trust and faith that will get you there, that will put you somewhere safe. And that's big. That's huge. I am very tired. It was a long day, but I can't help thinking about how many of y'all have driven the same roads that we drove today. And how many of you made that journey alone. And you're so brave, you are so powerful. You did something really remarkable. And I am in awe of all of you. Everyone who has made that journey
all of you who will make that journey to come. I'm really, really and just so inspired by y'all and your tenacity, your commitment to do what you know is best for you. I think I really understand now how intentional and serious your choices are. Not that I didn't get it before, but there were so many times on that journey, especially today, when our trip stretched into 10 hours because we hit traffic and we hit construction and we maybe missed a turn and we didn't notice it until it was too late. There were so many opportunities for us to give up and be like, you know what, it's not worth it. We can fake this project, but we did it. We did it through. And y'all don't have that option. And you make that whole journey because you know that that care is important and needed. So I'm so thankful we did this. I'm so thankful that I will get to continue supporting Alabamians and Mississippians who are going to drive those same roads that we drove. And I can't wait for next year when we're going to do this again and we're going to visit other communities across the South and other places that Southerners are accessing abortion care. So this is just my final love letter to each and every one of our patients who will see this video, our clients who will see this. Just know we know now. And y'all are so brave, and we're so thankful you trust us with your journey.
At Yellowhammer Fund, we want to give a very special shout out to the community partners who made this journey possible and who worked tirelessly with us to support abortion seekers traveling from Alabama and Mississippi. Thank you to everyone from Feminist Center for Reproductive Liberation, Choices Center for Reproductive Health, Alamo Women's Clinic, Hope Clinic, Midwest Access Coalition, and Chicago Abortion Fund. We appreciate the ways in which you show up for our communities and yours without fail every single day. Thank you.